What could make a top-tier lawyer for one of the most powerful figures in entertainment walk out of the courtroom in the middle of a trial? That's exactly what happened during Sean Diddy Combs' case when shocking new evidence was revealed. Evidence so explosive that it sent his lead attorney packing. Was it a calculated move, a sign of unpreparedness, or simply the weight of the revelations? In today's video, we're diving deep into the courtroom drama that's left everyone buzzing. From the jaw-dropping evidence the prosecution presented to the immediate reactions of the judge and jury, this case has taken an unexpected turn. We'll explore what this means for Diddy's defense team, the ripple effects on his trial, and how the public and media are reacting to this unprecedented moment. Stay tuned to uncover the full story behind this lawyer's shocking exit, the evidence that brought the courtroom to a standstill, and the potential implications for Diddy's future. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single detail of this unfolding legal saga.
Sean Diddy Combs, the judge in his sex trafficking case, ordered prosecutors to destroy several pages of handwritten notes obtained in a raid at the detention center where Combs is being held. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is here with the details. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, George. When federal prosecutors accused Sean Combs of witness tampering and trying to influence potential jurors, they cited potentially powerful evidence that the defense argues they never should have seen. And now the judge says, at least for now, that evidence cannot be used.
If you use my approach, you can dock both.
This morning, a legal victory for embattled rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs as he fights federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. The judge ordering prosecutors to destroy their copy of 19 pages of Combs' handwritten notes obtained in a recent jailhouse search. Combs flashed a big smile as he entered court Tuesday, grinning and hugging his lawyers, and for the first time, the judge allowing him to appear without shackles around his ankles. Diddy's lawyers argued his jailhouse notes are protected by attorney-client privilege. Prosecutors said the notes suggest Combs was paying off a potential witness.
The courtroom walkout. What happened and why? The courtroom was thrown into chaos when Diddy's lead defense attorney made an abrupt and dramatic exit, leaving everyone stunned. The moment unfolded during a critical session, with the prosecution presenting new evidence that left the defense visibly unsettled. As the evidence was unveiled, the lawyer's demeanor shifted from confident to visibly flustered. Moments later, he gathered his belongings and walked out without addressing the court, shocking the judge, jury, and those in attendance. The unanticipated move has sparked widespread speculation about the underlying reasons for his departure.
Federal prosecutors accuse Sean Diddy Combs of trying to interfere with this case from behind bars. The 55-year-old is in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, where he faces charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. A new court filing alleges he is breaking jail rules by paying inmates to use their telephone accounts using three-way calling. They accuse him of talking with people who are not on his approved contact list in an attempt to manipulate witness testimony. Recorded calls also indicate he has asked his family to contact potential victims and witnesses and to try to paint a narrative on social media to influence the potential jury. So let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes into this conversation. Khalif, a judge also ordered that prosecutors destroy some copies of handwritten notes that he made that were inside his jail cell. Why would they do that?
100%. I mean, this case right here, when I saw this the other day, I said, well, this doesn't seem right.
Reactions in the courtroom were immediate and intense. The judge appeared visibly irritated, questioning the defense's ability to continue representing their client. The prosecution seized the moment, using the lawyer's sudden departure as an opportunity to highlight the gravity of the evidence being introduced. Public attendees murmured in disbelief, with many speculating whether the lawyer had been caught off guard or was abandoning a sinking ship. The incident was also caught on camera by courtroom sketch artists, further fueling intrigue in the media. Evidence. What did the prosecution reveal? At the heart of the lawyer's sudden departure was a set of damning evidence revealed by the prosecution. Digital records were a key component, including emails and text messages allegedly tying Diddy to coercive tactics and witness tampering. Some of these messages reportedly included direct instructions to associates on silencing accusers or manipulating their testimonies. This digital trail painted a picture of a calculated effort to control the narrative and evade accountability, aligning with earlier accusations of systematic misconduct.
Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise, and they actually named it in the indictment, the Combs Enterprise. And they said that this enterprise consisted of him as the alleged leader, his employees, assistants, staff, allegedly, that were able to procure women and alleged male sex workers to engage in performances for his own sexual gratification. Where it differs from a mob indictment, it has all the elements of putting together this racketeering allegation of all these moving pieces using resources from his businesses. But the fact that this is about an allegation of sexual gratification being accomplished by alleged human trafficking. It's one of the
financial records further bolstered the prosecution's case. These included suspicious payments to individuals, some of whom were later identified as key witnesses in the trial. Prosecutors argued that these transactions were intended to buy silence or secure favorable statements. Contracts and non-disclosure agreements signed under questionable circumstances were also introduced, suggesting a pattern of coercion. Together, these financial documents provided a clear motive and methodology for the alleged misconduct.
Why is that not a fair outcome?
What he did here is on a magnitude of unlike anybody else you could imagine. A week after these public searches were televised, he gave us his passport. His children gave us his passport. He then paid off the mortgage entirely on his Miami home, $18 million. It's instructive that he's going to have a bail package ready so that if he was arrested, he would have something ready so that he could get out the next day and show the judge he's taking this very seriously, which he is, which is why 12 days ago, Chris, when we thought there's an indictment that may be coming, he flew to New York the very next day. And that's an extraordinary move for a defendant who's been under investigation that he's been aware of for at least 6 months. He has done everything somebody under investigation can do. I can't think of anything else that he could have done. He's fighting, he's innocent, and he's going to be able to show it.
Implications for Diddy's defense team. The unexpected walkout by Diddy's lawyer has left his defense team scrambling to recover. The lawyer, once regarded as a top-tier litigator, now faces scrutiny over his role in the trial. Legal experts speculate that the new evidence caught the defense off guard, undermining their strategy and prompting the lawyer's departure. Some believe the move was an attempt to avoid further embarrassment or to regroup before continuing the case. Regardless of intent, the incident has cast doubt on the defense's capability.
Everybody back up, please. So get the sign up, get out of your way.
How are you going to be spending the holidays? How are you feeling today?
In the immediate aftermath, the remaining defense team worked to engage in damage control. They filed motions to delay proceedings, arguing that the evidence required additional time for review. Public statements issued by Diddy's representatives downplayed the lawyer's exit, emphasizing their commitment to justice. However, these efforts have done little to repair the perception of a fractured defense. The lawyer's absence leaves a gap in expertise and raises concerns about the trial's direction moving forward. Public and media reactions to the walkout. The lawyer's dramatic exit ignited a firestorm on social media, with hashtags like #DiddyTrial and #LawyerWalkout trending worldwide. Twitter users speculated about the reasons behind the departure, with some claiming it was a sign of guilt and others accusing the prosecution of overwhelming the defense. Memes and jokes flooded platforms like Instagram and TikTok, turning the serious courtroom drama into a viral spectacle. For many, the walkout symbolized a pivotal moment in the trial, adding to the case's intrigue.
Rapper and music producer Jay-Z has been accused of assault alongside Diddy, but he's not the only celebrity that's facing accusations connected to the Sean Combs sex scandal. I've been reporting this story for a few months now. Let's dive into some of the other notable names that are connected. Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. is accused of groping music producer Rodney Jones while on Combs' yacht in 2023. That's according to a lawsuit filed by Jones. Cuba Gooding Jr. denies the allegations. R&B singer Aaron Hall is accused of assaulting a woman in 1990. The woman filed a lawsuit against Hall and Diddy that alleged that Combs assaulted her first. Both Hall and Diddy deny the allegations. Bad Boy Records producer Harvey Pierre, Diddy, and an unnamed person were sued by Anna Kane, the ex-wife of an NHL player. Kane alleged that the three gang raped her when she was just 17 years old after they trafficked her across state lines in 2003. Pierre denies the allegations. Diddy's son, Christian Combs, was accused of groping and assaulting a woman who was working on a yacht leased by Diddy in 2022. She says she was given a spike shot of tequila and that she told the captain, but that he was paid by Diddy as part of a cover-up. Rapper Young Miami, who once dated Combs, has also been named in lawsuits against Diddy. She was accused of being a part of his sex trafficking operation. Another allegation claims that she harassed a woman who was assaulted and impregnated by Diddy to have an abortion.
Mainstream media outlets wasted no time dissecting the event. Major news networks ran segments analyzing the implications of the lawyer's exit, featuring legal experts who debated its impact on the trial. Tabloids focused on the drama, publishing sensationalized headlines that painted Diddy and his defense team in a negative light. Meanwhile, reputable investigative journalists delved deeper into the new evidence, uncovering additional details that had not been publicly disclosed. The media frenzy has kept the trial at the forefront of public consciousness.
Dawn Richard was on the television show Making the Band in the early 2000s, where thousands and thousands of people tried out to be on the show. And she alleges that during the show Making the Band, that she and the others were subjected to horrendous conditions. They weren't allowed to eat. They weren't allowed to sleep. They were locked in places and not allowed to leave. They were subjected to all kinds of gender comments, calling them names, insulting them. She alleges that she was groped and grabbed by Sean Combs, that she witnessed him physically assaulting other women, that he restrained her, locked her into cars and other places, falsely imprisoned her. And it was just a really terrifying experience for her. She says that when she tried to speak out on behalf of other women who he was abusing in her presence, she was threatened. And she felt very, very fearful.
What's next for the trial? In the wake of the lawyer's departure, Diddy's legal team faces the daunting task of rebuilding their defense. Speculation abounds regarding whether he will hire a new attorney or continue with the current team. Legal analysts suggest that bringing in fresh expertise could help stabilize the defense, but it may also delay proceedings further. Regardless of the decision, the defense will need to address the perception of disarray and present a united front in court. For the prosecution, the shocking evidence and the lawyer's exit have created a significant advantage. They are expected to capitalize on the momentum by introducing additional evidence and emphasizing the defense's apparent lack of preparedness. The trial's dynamics have shifted, with the prosecution now holding a stronger position. Legal experts predict that the prosecution will use this moment to solidify their case and push for a decisive verdict.
In the meantime, let's go back to New York City. Want to get some updates on the case that is unfolding there regarding Sean Diddy Combs. These were the courtroom sketches just today. We're turning our attention now there, the sex trafficking case against Diddy and the possible resentencing of the Menendez brothers in Los Angeles. We'll get to that in just a moment here, but let's focus our efforts on New York. We want to get to these headlines in both cases, and we're going to do that with our friend, Nima Rahmani, former federal prosecutor and legal analyst. He joins us. Nima, good to see you, and thanks for being with us here. You were tweeting about the Diddy case today. There was an emergency hearing called this afternoon at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, the judge ordering the prosecution to turn over its findings from a jail cell raid, Diddy's jail cell, just yesterday. What were the contents of those raids?
Diddy Combs expected back in federal court in Lower Manhattan for a hearing set for this afternoon. Combs' attorneys asking to see more evidence that they say is currently in the hands of federal prosecutors. The music mogul is being held without bail following his arrest in September in a federal sex trafficking case. Combs has pleaded not guilty. His trial is set for May. Brittany, how's...
In March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Wow, what a dramatic turn of events. From the lawyer's sudden departure to the powerful new evidence revealed, this trial is shaping up to be one of the most intense legal battles in entertainment history. The stakes have never been higher for Diddy, his defense team, and the broader implications for Hollywood. What do you think about this latest development? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this case and other major stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.